Hello everyone, a warm welcome to Dr. Tidy's channel. I am Dr. Malika, graduate in physiotherapy, and I am currently working as an ergonomist and consultant physiotherapist in an IT company in Bangalore. So, in our every video, we talk on something or the other related to workplace ergonomics and how it has changed in this work from home scenario. And similarly, in my today's video, I am going to discuss on how to select your workstation or how to assess your workstation. Now, when we used to work from offices, particularly for IT sector, there was this comfortable workstation, a designated desk, a designated chair with well-equipped accessories and everything. Now, it has become a matter of challenge when we have been shifted to work from home, just to design your workstation or just to ensure that you have everything in place to for a appropriate ergonomically safe work from home practice. And as a part of that, we ergonomists have been very much concerned about what sort of chair you're sitting upon, what sort of desk you're using, and this is a small discussion on the same topic. Now, when you have a desk you're using on a day-to-day basis, it becomes a matter of utmost importance to assess it whether it is supporting your ergonomic needs or not. And whenever you're going to assess your desk, or for say whenever you're going to select a new desk for yourself, always consider these 3 points. One is, whenever you're sitting in front of your desk and you place your hands on it, your elbows should make an angulation of 90 degrees. That indicates that your desk is of appropriate height. Your forearms should always make an angulation of 90 degrees with your arms, so that you are not bending them too much or not extending them too much. Ideally, this range should be somewhere between 70 to 135 degrees, like 70 degrees to 135 degrees. Second point is, you must be already having a chair that you use along with the desk. Now, the chair should comfortably fit under your desk whenever you are using them together. That indicates that you have an convenient mobility around your desk and your chair does not hinder your during work mobility. And last point is, your desk should be deep enough. Depth as in, I mean, if you are a person who uses two computers, or if you are, say, a data programmer, or if you are someone into coding, you use more than one laptop or more than one desktop. Now, your desk should be deep enough that it accommodates both of your screens in same position in a comfortable way. You should not be moving a lot around to switch between the two systems or two screens. Like, you place your laptop in front of you and your monitor is somewhere on your bed, just because your desk is not deep enough, that doesn't make sense. So always make sure that your desk has enough space and enough depth that you can place both of them together. Now, these 3 points are like mantras while you're selecting your desk. Now, the first question that comes to anyone's mind is, what is the appropriate or what is the comfortable height for a desk? I'm going to buy a new one, and which height is good enough for me? Now, there is no generic answer for this, but if you are an average height person, like if your height falls between somewhere around 5'7" to 5'10", a desk of 28 to 30 inches is usually good enough for you, considering you're sitting and working. Uh, a desk of 28 to 30 is good enough, and also it might even accommodate you if you are going for an adjustable height one. So once you have that, you can adjust it according to your needs. Now, there are two types of typists when it comes to an IT job worker or a person who is into a lot of coding and typing: touch typists and hunt and peck typists. So touch typists are those who don't have to look at the keyboard when they are typing. Hunt and peck typists are someone who need to search for letters and they type with while looking at the keyboard. In that case, if you are a touch typist, always go for a desk that is 1 inch lower than the ideal. Like if your ideal desk height falls somewhere around 28 to 29 inches, always go for 1 inch lower than that. If you are a hunt and peck typist, that means you have to look at the keyboard while typing, always go for a desk that is 1 inch above that. Now, second concern that arises usually is whether I should buy a sitting desk or standing desk. Now, sitting and standing desk both have their own pros and cons and needs. They have their own suggesting guidelines in which cases you should buy a sitting desk, in which cases you should use a standing desk. I'm going to talk about both. For a sitting desk, it is necessary for employees who do not have lot of mobility during their work. I mean, whose job is mostly stationary. For example, an data entry operator, or IT guy, or a receptionist, for example. So in that cases, sitting desk is good enough for you. And if you don't have to move a lot during your day routine, or if you don't have anything to do with your upper body mobility, then sitting desk is good for you. But if you are someone who have lot of upper body mobility during your job, like picking up objects, keeping them somewhere, or if you are someone who have to move your hands and shoulders a lot around while working, then a standing desk is convenient for you. And for also people who have chronic low back issues, who have consistent low back pain due to sitting postures, in that cases you might prefer a standing desk for obvious reasons. Now, even in sitting and standing desk, there are ideal heights which you should prefer. If you're going to buy a sitting desk, the ideal height is somewhere between 22 to 33 inches. I mean, the optimum comfort or optimum ergonomical principles are achieved through this height. And if it is a standing desk, go for somewhere between 35 to 47 inches of the height. Anyway, standing desk come with an adjustable option. You can alter the height to however you like. There are convertible desks as well in market, like, so you can use them in both while sitting and standing. You can go for them. But talking about practicalities, it is not very practically possible to buy a desk specially that have all these features and options. So if you are going to use a desk that you already have, please do keep in mind the key points I have discussed before, like how to assess your desk. Assess it first and then go for the next step. And always ensure that your desk is matching the chair you're using and the ergonomic posture you're sitting in. That is of utmost important, because no matter what we do, the key point or key concept is to maintain appropriate ergonomics. And if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel for such more interesting topics, and I'll see you in my next video with another fun and interesting topic related to workplace ergonomics. Thank you so much.